You guys
When pride, ego, and legacy collide in an unexpected fight, chaos takes over. This wasn't a weigh-in, a promo, or even inside a ring. Canelo Alvarez, the superstar of Mexican boxing known for taking on the biggest names, ended up in a hospital bed after a single hit from someone many thought was too small to faze him, Terence "Bud" Crawford. For the first time in his career, Canelo had no witty comeback, only pain, regret, and a stark reminder that true power doesn't always come from size. So what really went down? Why is Crawford striding away like a lion while Canelo is being wheeled out injured? The tension had been building long before any punch landed. Crawford had been throwing verbal jabs for months, challenging Canelo's pride and claiming things like, "I'd destroy him in a street fight."
On the streets, you and Canelo, what would it look like?
Come on, man. Y'all know what I do. I ain't got to talk about it. On the streets, I'm me against anybody. I ain't never gonna say another man gonna whoop me. So, you know what I mean? That's your answer right there.
I guess in Guadalajara, you think it'd be a little different on the streets if Terence came to town?
I think every city, every place is different, no? It's different. But we don't talking about the streets. We're talking about boxing, the beautiful sport of boxing. So that's different, way different than the streets.
That went too far for Canelo. It wasn't just about boxing anymore. It was about pride, honor, and reputation. He'd been hearing it non-stop from fans, the media, and even other fighters, all calling him scared, past his prime, or avoiding real challenges.
But what if Canelo shoves you again in this press conference?
I'm gonna cry like a baby.
All right, thank you.
Then came Crawford, smaller, undefeated, and growing more confident every day. To Canelo, it felt personal. So when they unexpectedly crossed paths at a private event near Las Vegas, tensions rose. No one was shocked by the confrontation, but no one expected it to blow up like it did. Sources at the event say Crawford and Canelo locked eyes, exchanged a few words, and while nothing extreme was said, the energy in the room was electric.
Is there anything that scares you, Canelo Alvarez? What frightens you?
Nothing about boxing.
No.
This is what I love.
Yeah.
So
Security was already tense, but suddenly Canelo stepped forward, too close, too aggressive, likely trying to make a statement. Crawford didn't flinch, he just smirked. Then, out of nowhere, one clean hook. Terence caught Canelo with a shot so quick most people didn't even see it coming. What was meant to be a private, classy event turned into a viral nightmare for Canelo Alvarez. He was rushed to a nearby hospital with a mild concussion and a fractured orbital bone. Just one punch from Crawford caused it. The same Canelo who took hits from GGG, the same Canelo who went the distance with Bivol, was humbled by someone many claimed was too small to challenge him.
Crawford is not a small brother in this fight. Crawford looks like a physical threat to Canelo. If we're looking at it one-to-one, this is a dangerous fight. I'm telling you all, we can't deny that there is a more level ground when we look at them face-to-face now, with the physical aspect of this fight being the most dominant aspect of why people feel Canelo would win. I'm saying that now we have to reevaluate this. It's not as far off as we may believe.
When Canelo finally woke up, his team tried to contain everything. No cameras, no statements, just damage control. But sources near the hospital say his first words were sharp, "Tell Crawford this isn't over." Short, bitter, and dangerous. Yet, the truth is, Canelo may have just realized he made the biggest mistake of his career.
I don't respect him anymore because he say I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that, and then he tried to, maybe Turki Al-Ashi told him, "Hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh." So and he tried to like walk me back, and that's why I pushed him. And you know, like I say, don't with me.
Does it bring a different Canelo then?
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, you watch Saunders fight, right?
Which one? The Saunders. Oh,
he pissed me off.
orbital.
He pissed me off.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be almost the same.
Live, only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Crawford didn't celebrate. You'd expect a moment like that to be a show, but his team stayed professional, calm, and focused. That's because Crawford isn't just looking for a fight, he's chasing a legacy. Beating Canelo in the ring is what counts. That's what goes in the record books. That's history.
When you say, I want Canelo, is there anybody in the camp that would say, you're not ready for this?
That's a big boy. He's strong. That's a conversation. It's not just, oh man, you'll whoop his ass. Like
yes,
that.
man type stuff.
I'm not worried about Canelo. I'm not thinking about Canelo. I'm just focused on Israel Majimov.
In a small way, is this a stepping stone to your dream fight?
I don't look at fights as stepping stones. It's about now.
But a punch at an event isn't how Crawford wants to be remembered. Still, the message was clear. He can seriously hurt Canelo, even outside the ring. And that changes everything. Canelo has been showing signs of decline. Let's be honest, he looked slow against Bivol, fought cautiously against Jermel Charlo, and since moving to 168, he's avoided any real threats from rising stars like David Benavidez.
If Canelo was 100% confident in himself, I don't know why he wouldn't fight me, especially since, seeing that everybody in his team is on steroids, which means including him, so he never got off
You think he's on steroids?
Of course. How does five...
You saw De La Hoya
How do five people out of your camp get tested positive for steroids? Right. You know what I mean? All those fucking dudes in that camp are dirty.
Meanwhile, Crawford is riding the performance of a lifetime, breaking down Errol Spence Jr. like it was just a sparring session. He's faster, sharper, and hungrier than ever. And Bud doesn't rely on brute force. He's smart, calculated, and cold. Canelo tried to intimidate him, but he left with a clear lesson. Timing beats power, skill beats size, and Crawford has both.
I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not. Kovalev.
Kovalev was older. He does.
Billy Joe.
Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you name is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is not there.
So how do you see a fight with Canelo?
Tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like, I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching them, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too. It'll be good.
This incident revealed more than just Canelo's chin. It exposed his ego. Fans are criticizing him, fighters are calling him out, and even legends like Floyd Mayweather are watching closely, questioning how Canelo has been performing.
You could take a guy like Canelo, this guy could do, he can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Cakewalk, easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy. Y'all always disrespecting our fighters.
Live, only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Remember when Oscar de la Hoya claimed Canelo's team was hiding drug test results? That never went away. Think about Ryan Garcia, suspended, fined, and criticized for a failed test, while Canelo, who's tested positive before, barely faced consequences. Now add this Crawford knockout to the mix. Canelo's legacy is on thin ice, and the boxing world is watching. Terence Crawford has been claiming for years that he's the best fighter on the planet. People said he was too quiet, too humble, not flashy enough. But what speaks louder than taking down boxing's most protected star with one clean punch?
Let me tell you what I think should be gone. The notion that Terence Bud Crawford should move up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds, to fight Canelo Alvarez. He's entirely too small. Jermel Charlo already proved that. Y'all remember that scene from Rocky? Remember that scene from Rocky 2? When Carl Weathers was Apollo Creed and his trainer was like, can I be honest? I saw you beat this man within an inch of his life. And he kept coming. He wouldn't go away. He's wrong for us, baby. He's wrong. Let it go. Apollo couldn't do it and lost fight number 2. Trained him for fight Rocky 3 and then got killed in Rocky 4 by Drago because he couldn't let it go. Bud Crawford needs to let it go. Too small.
For years, whispers have circulated from David Benavidez, Floyd Mayweather, and even Canelo's former teammates that Canelo might not be as clean as he claims. There's smoke, there's history, and there's doubt. Now, there's a moment etched in everyone's memory. Canelo on the ground, Crawford walking away. That's not hype, it's a reality check. Canelo's team will try to spin it. He slipped, wasn't ready, got caught off guard. But boxing fans know the truth. He was outclassed in real time by a fighter who isn't afraid of him.
I don't gotta knock him out to beat him. You know, he's never been knocked out before, but he lost fights before. You know, so everybody, you know, that's coming in thinking that I need a knockout to beat Canelo Alvarez is wrong. And that's not the approach that, you know, we taking this fight. If the knockout comes, then it comes. But we're not going in there to knock him out. We're not looking for the knockout.
Terrence, you've said if you win, you feel you're on the Mount Rushmore.
When I win. I didn't say if I win.
Okay.
I said when I win.
When you win. Well, with that, you know, what is Terence Crawford's legacy with a win over Canelo?
Listen, I already said it. I'm on that mountain. Ain't nothing left to say.
If Canelo doesn't respond soon with action instead of words, this could mark the point where his career begins to publicly decline. No more cherry-picking fights, no more avoiding real threats. It's time to face Crawford in the ring.
I can say a lot of negative things about Canelo's resume, but I won't. You know, I wanna, you know, pay homage to the fighters that he fought. And if he don't want to pay homage to the fighters I fought, if he think they nobodies, then come fight time, then I wonder what they're going to say after I beat him.
When he pushed you, I know you've gained weight. You look actually a lot bigger. When he like gave you like a half shove, like how is like that size feeling now?
Listen, that wasn't nothing. You know what I mean? Like that little push didn't do nothing, as you can see. But come fight time, we're not going to be pushing, we're going to be punching, so it doesn't even matter.
According to multiple reports, Terence Crawford is more focused than ever. Sources inside his camp say he's in peak condition, possibly the best shape of his entire career.
Oh man, Crawford out here body slamming people. Canelo fans are super scared. He filling into the weight. You know he looked like a 168-pounder. That boy looking brolic. Definitely looking big as hell. Hey, September 13th is going down.
But it's not just his physical conditioning that's turning heads. Crawford has been sparring with much bigger fighters, light heavyweights, and even some cruisers, to prepare for the size and power he'll face against Canelo. He's not taking it easy. He's pushing his body to the limit, proving this isn't just another payday fight. This is about his legacy. Crawford knows Canelo's power is real, but he's training so that when the bell rings, he's already endured tougher hits in sparring.
Once, you know, we got in the ring, he was so locked in. I was so locked in, like there was nothing really to say. We both locked in and we both focused on the task at hand. It was dope. And I appreciate Drake for even, you know, giving me the opportunity to step in the ring with him. You know, I can say that, you know, I spar under one. That's
That's dope.
The boxing world is completely divided over Crawford versus Canelo.
Maybe he's a little overrated.
Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds.
Canelo's really good. Really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants, but you have that or you don't have that ingredient. I think he has it. Canelo's really good. He's tremendous. But could he be a tiny bit overrated? The greatness is within Crawford. It's in his desire. It's in his mind. It's in his makeup, where he came from. I know he's moving up in weight class. Can he carry it? But those intangibles, I believe that he has them.
Ryan Garcia boldly claimed he sees Crawford getting knocked out, a strong statement. Meanwhile, Andre Ward is fully backing Crawford, saying, if anyone can move up 3 weight classes and make it work, it's Terence Crawford.
I'm going with Terence Crawford. Big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. It ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this in the last couple of years. I'm not betting against Terence Crawford against nobody right now. You got to show me that you can beat him.
Manny Pacquiao also weighed in, saying that if Crawford can maintain his speed while moving up in weight, he has a real chance, because for Pacquiao, speed is everything.
Canelo Crawford coming up September. What do you think about that fight?
Canelo Crawford, good fight. Good fight. Canelo has advantage because Crawford moving up, but my advice to Crawford is maintain the speed, improve the speed, and improve the strength. Because it's hard to go up in high weight and maintain your speed. So speed is the key. He should focus on speed, footwork, and improve the power.
Shakur Stevenson is fully confident, believing Crawford will outsmart and outmaneuver Canelo with his intelligence and footwork.
I think Bud gonna cook Canelo. I think he's gonna cook him. I think, Canelo a hell of a fighter, but I think Bud just got all the tools to beat him.
You don't think the weight difference is gonna be too big of an advantage?
I think y'all make that something, in certain fights,
boxing makes it something, not us.
like if this was like a Benavidez, he's actually a lot bigger than Bud, so that would apply. But I feel like with Canelo, he's physically kind of big, but height-wise, he's kind of small. So I don't think so now.
Corey, how you got a decision to stoppage? Because Bradman and Boozy think that Bud actually might stop him.
Me and Boozy talked about that. That's crazy. Me and him got on the phone and talked about it, but I think that's possible. I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but I think it's a possibility if Canelo gets to acting out of line and not understanding that Bud could crack too. So.
Sean Porter is concerned about Crawford facing a naturally stronger opponent. If Canelo lands a heavy shot, it could be game over for Bud.
The others say, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he still got that kind of steam. But, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo has, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another, you know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out, you know what I mean? So
Teofimo Lopez said straight up, Bud's the better boxer, no question. But the size gap might be too much.
Crawford, Canelo, who you got?
Crawford, Canelo? I still say Canelo.
I got Canelo too.
I still say Canelo. Ring IQ, I believe that Crawford has a bit more.
Yeah.
However, it's just the size difference. I think that where Crawford is lacking is that he should test the waters even with somebody at that weight class before facing Canelo. But hey, they say he's a dog. He's got shot in the head and drove to the hospital, so maybe that's just his mentality.
Hey, let's see. Only one way to find out till that day comes. It's
the only way, but I definitely think that it's a great fight overall. Black and brown is how you get down.
That's right.
That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of our upcoming content. Share your thoughts in the comments, and stay tuned for the next video.